I can't talk about XRP according to Larry Fink, and now we know why. One of the biggest announcements for Ripple this year, quite possibly ever. We're going to get into that in just a moment. A new staking opportunity for XRP. Market cycle predictions. Something we're going to do a little different in this video is look at Gematria according to Grok and the dates for cryptocurrency that have come to pass with accuracy, and those that are still to come. As always, welcome back to the channel. I am JR, your favorite crypto dad, and you know what to do. Give me a comment 777 down below if you're feeling bullish, if you're feeling blessed, you're living your best life. Smash that like button, hit subscribe to affirm it, and let's run into it. Many people assumed that Larry Fink was under a non-disclosure back when he said, I can't talk about XRP. And we see the announcement coming out in the last 24 hours, the biggest partnership that Ripple has ever been able to announce, and this is with Securitize. It's allowing holders of BlackRock's BULL and VanEck's VBIL to instantly exchange their shares for RLUSD, thereby preserving exposure to on-chain yield and other DeFi capabilities. It's pretty awesome to see Securitize also integrating with the XRP ledger to expand access and utility to the XRP ecosystem. Does this have an impact on the price of XRP? We will jump into the charts in a moment here. The biggest news in crypto in the last 24 hours is that we are seeing institutional guardrails, institutional adoption, government pushing things forward. And the first thing that we'll talk about is CFTC Chairman Caroline Farm coming out and saying it is the golden age of America and the US is charting a new future for crypto regulation, tagging Ripple and other major players in cryptocurrency, but it does seem that it is one more thumb up for Ripple. And on adoption and innovation, listen to what SEC Chairman Paul Atkins has to say.
We're trying to give the marketplace some kind of stable platform upon which they can introduce new products. So that's a great example. We're going to be working on that. We'll be doing rulemaking in the coming months. We're looking for an innovation exemption to try to get that in place by year end. So there's a lot going on, and I'm really very excited about this opportunity to make this industry in America stand on firm ground so that America can lead with innovation as the president's called for.
And Watcher Guru pointing out that the White House official has said that they expect the crypto market structure bill to pass this year. Before we jump into the charts, let's try something a little bit different here. Looking at what Grok has to say in reference to Gematria. If you're not really familiar with Gematria, you can dig into that one a little bit deeper, but basically it's the numerical value of different words and dates and all of that stuff kind of compiled together to come up with predictions. Take it, leave it, believe it, don't believe it, doesn't really matter to me. There's plenty of dates that have come to pass that marched right out with what Gematria kind of said that they would. And you could see some of these as I'm scrolling through them. March 15th, 2024, 75th day of the year, cryptocurrency equals 75. Beware of the Ides ritual. It predicted beware of a drop aligning with the Fed rate hints. Bitcoin dipped 5% amid volatility. XRP surged post SEC hints. And then about a year later, March 19th, 2025, 78th day of the year, cryptocurrency equals 78. Ripple coin equals 78. Brad Garlinghouse aged that day of 42. Jesuit equals 42. The SEC dropped the XRP lawsuit. XRP 30% surge. Bitcoin steady. So what dates do we have to come to pass? And again, none of this is financial advice, simply informational, educational, and some entertainment purposes only. So take it or leave it, but it is fun to read. And there are dates that are just around the corner, which may be coinciding with some of the technical analysis and previous chart patterns. We'll see in just a moment here. September 18th through the 29th. It's a pretty big range. We are currently in that time frame right now as we speak. The word overnight, riddle, equals 999. 918.25 reduces to triple nines. Delta top cross, 140 days from cycle peak, 78-week cycle end. The predicted event is that XRP, Bitcoin could experience a surge, XRP and 50% up. Bitcoin could test a 120 range again. Then you move into October 22nd, 2025. 1,064-day cycle from the 2022 bottom. So 2015 minus 2017 divided by 2018 minus 2021, those cycles they're talking about there. October equals 93, ties to Revelation prophecies. The prediction is a cycle all-time high peak. see Bitcoin running up to the 120, 130 range, possibly. That would spark a little euphoria as expected. And then we move into a couple months past that, which we understand would be typically the end of the cycle should we follow historical patterns, and that's December. Specifically, December 19th, new moon in Sagittarius, Capricorn, Baphomet, 201 days from the halving echoes. Bitcoin cycle top $140,000 to $150,000. That's a little bit less than a lot of other analysts out there throwing it around, but nonetheless, these dates are something to keep an eye on, I think. That's where I'll leave it. I'm not going to move into 2026. I am a macro guy, but not that macro. Let's jump into a little bit more information surrounding market cycle predictions. And this is going to be coming out of Alex Mason on X, looking at September consolidation, October being Uptober, November up again, December Bitcoin high. This is again based off of previous cycle patterns, and if history repeats itself, we could be seeing the same thing. Then in January, I guess February, kind of start the altcoin season and bear market trend. Obviously, March, April down, and May becomes the bear market, maybe possibly bottom. This is very reminiscent of 2021, 2022 all over again, and that is pretty much what we saw. So looking at the Wall Street cheat sheet marked out with these dates on there, it does show that we are at that September pullback before we see October and November making a high again in December or possibly even January if it's a delayed cycle or a super cycle. Then we'll end up complacency, have a little fake pump right there before we start our trend down into the bear market. Again, that's moving into 2026. Let's get through the end of September and see where things go. Jumping over to Altcoin Pro University, again, there's a link down below for Altcoin Pro University. Start your free trial there. You want to get that daily crypto news, market updates, DeFi yield picks, airdrop picks, crypto news at the drop of a hat from our expert panel. You will have them at the drop of your hat. But the biggest breaking news I'm going to point out from Altcoin Pro University right now is the introduction of XRP, yield-bearing liquid staked XRP on XRPL. This is exactly what it sounds like. It is an opportunity to stake XRP and earn XRP as a 10% yield. I'll point out a couple details here for you. You can go to the link down below to read the rest on your own, but where does the yield come from? It comes from strategies like lending, market making, DeFi protocol deposits. XRP is locked, stablecoins are borrowed against it and then deployed to earn yield. What do you claim? It's MXRP. If you had staked 100 and you get 10% yield at the end of the year, you're looking at 110 XRP is what you would be redeeming. Is there a risk to it? Of course there's a risk to it. There's always a risk to it. There's no such thing as risk-free, but do your own research, do your own due diligence. And again, it's not financial advice. That's Altcoin Pro University. I'm going to encourage you to check it out. I'll talk a little bit more on that one later on. Let's move on to the rest of the market news, and starting with coin market cap, getting a quick refresh here, showing that we are sitting at $3.84 trillion in total market cap for cryptocurrency, looking at a 39 on the Fear and Greed Index. That's ticked down just a little bit lower and starting to enter into the fear territory, just barely there. Not a necessarily bad place to be if we still have more room to go in this market cycle, which many people do. I'll just jump back really quick here and look at altcoin season index as well, sitting at a 69. That's the same place that it's been for the last day or so here. Altcoin season index, what does that mean? Obviously, we know that when Bitcoin makes a high or makes a pump up, then the liquidity starts to move and flow down into altcoins. We see altcoin season. That's where you start to see Solana, Ethereum, all of the other layer one blockchains start to pump, and then the layer twos and the meme coins and the metaverse coins and the gaming coins and everything else that's built on those ecosystems that starts to flow with liquidity after that. Altcoin current market cap is sitting at $1.63 trillion at the time of this recording. And again, these numbers are all subject to change from the time I make this video to the time you see the numbers in that. And the last thing that I'll hit on is the CoinMarketCap 20. is down at $245.24. This is the CMC 20 indices, and it's fairly flat in the last 24 hours. Jumping over into trading view, take a quick look at Bitcoin to start things off. Again, these are my technicals, not your technicals, so do with them what you will. Hopefully they give you a little bit more of a rounded perspective when you're starting to look at your market research. But looking at Bitcoin, I have a line that I put up on my chart, which is about $112,500. That's my line in the sand, so to speak. I was looking for that. Generally looking at a daily chart, jumping over to the 4-hour right now, because yesterday I was hoping that we would hold the 112,500 line, and we didn't. We didn't hold it as support. We broke below that. You could see this for those of you who are watching this video. I think, what did we go down to? A low of 111,700, something like that. Wicking down that far, and currently back up to $112,300 and change, give or take. The point is that we have now met resistance. Is that a good thing? Is it a bad thing? It's kind of an indifferent thing. Meeting resistance is expected. However, we have to look at some of the other indicators that are out there, and we got the RSI to show that we have turned to the upside. That's a good thing. That shows bullish momentum is starting to come back. Buying pressure may start to pick up a little bit, and we even look at the stochastic a little bit below that one, and we see that we've come out of the oversold territory and start to move back up into a positive bullish momentum on that. So if we can break through resistance around $112,500, $113,000, and we probably need to get above 113,300 to really get past a point of resistance where we might have some leg up to run. Should we not break past that, where are we looking? Well, let me shrink this down for us and zoom out. When in doubt, we zoom out. The next level of support that we would be looking to fall down to would be in that $105,000 to $107,000 range. There are a lot of long positions open in that gap, 105 to 107. We could see our Bitcoin test that support for that simple fact alone. Again, we don't need to talk much further past that. You guys know where we're going. If we drop below 105, the next stop on that train is going to be putting us into the $100,000 to $97,000 range. And then again, that CME gap I've talked about in recent videos is 92 to 94,000. That would be level going down to that point for support. So that is what I've got for you on Bitcoin. Ethereum still holding above 4,000. It's holding in an area of support that's holding fairly strong. Good place to be. Not disappointed with that in the slightest bit. Solana ticking back down about 5% over the last 24 hours. It's down about 2% at the time of this recording, and it's starting to make its way back up a little bit. Very small wick forming a little hammer right there. We'll see if we can't flip that 4-hour candle. I'm going to switch back over to the daily here. Looking at the daily, again, we don't have as much of a bullish momentum on Solana as we do see on Bitcoin, but that's to be expected, right? Bitcoin's the North Star of the market. That tends to drive things first. XRP, that's what we all came here for. XRP is still holding support. We're in the $2.84, $2.88 range, and we're holding support there well. I'm not terribly concerned about it. We're not dropping down into $2.61 anytime real soon. If we do run to the downside, that would be the next area of support in question. But currently, at the time of this video, we've got a daily candle that looks like we could start to take over the previous red candle from the day before. That would be a reversal, and that is what we're looking for to take place. So we're keeping an eye on that and keeping you updated as we move forward. Take a quick peek at the general markets here, the stock markets. The Dixie's moving sideways. It has not dropped any more value in the last couple of days here. Fear and Greed Index is actually up a little bit. That's to be expected. Why? Well, because the markets are absolutely insane. They are at their highest that they've ever been, and the line does not continue to go up forever. A lot of people with 401ks and IRAs either rolled over from a previous job that they left, not knowing what to do with it or where to roll it over. There is some things you can do with that. If you're in that situation where you've got investments, or you've got a 401k or an IRA and you're looking to do something else with it and get it maybe a little bit more diversified, or you want to get risk off from this market correction that is likely going to take place. Something that you can do is look into crypto IRAs, and I got a little bit of information on that for you right here.
Do you love crypto, but are you worried about taxes shrinking your retirement nest egg? Here's the deal. Trading and selling crypto can trigger capital gains taxes eating into your wealth. A crypto IRA fixes that. Per IRS publication 590B, traditional IRA gains like those from crypto aren't taxed until distributed. That's why we've partnered with iTrust Capital, a leading crypto IRA company in the USA, to sponsor today's video. And they offer institutional grade custody for retail clients that want to set up their crypto IRAs for retirement, leveraging top storage solutions like Fidelity, Wells Fargo, and Coinbase Prime to keep your assets secure. To get started, simply click the link in the description of this video, sign up for free, and fund your account with cash. They also offer 401k rollovers or crypto transfers, and you can trade 24/7 with just 1% transaction fees and no maintenance costs. As always, I'm not a CPA or financial advisor, so consult one for tax advice, and we do earn a commission if you sign up using our link below to fund your crypto IRA account, but that helps support value-based videos like this, and iTrust Capital already has over 200,000 crypto IRA accounts and over $14 billion in transactions, proving they're trusted by smart investors just like you. So click the link below, get started now by funding your account today, and let's create generational wealth together.
If you're still looking for a little bit more education, I'm going to encourage you to jump into the link down below to start your free trial for Altcoin Pro University. This is where you're going to get, bar none, some of the best education that's in the industry. And obviously, it's a 14-day free trial, so it's going to allow you to blaze through a lot of these classes on your own and really get your feet wet and get a good feel for it. But this is Altcoin Pro University, where you're going to have a community built into it. Obviously, you've seen some of the news that I've shared with you earlier in this video, but you're also going to see market updates. You're going to see altcoin picks, DeFi yield picks, airdrop picks, etc. And then obviously the classroom, as I just showed you. So if you got questions about technical analysis, crypto, tax, mastery, a lot of people have made a lot of money in crypto and don't know what to do with it, how to deal with the tax implications of that. And that is all at that link below. It's Altcoin Pro University, free trial, but it's $97 a month to throw an expert in your pocket to be able to bring you guys this content. But that is what I've got for you guys in this video. As always, if you gained some value from this, please share it with somebody else so that they can learn as well. Also, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Be blessed.